greenish hazel. So, you know, we could adjust that. You're looking at it on that terrible monitors. I mean, this is a good projector and a good screen, but it's just no way to correct color in a picture. And definitely on a laptop screen, you know, I'm not going to sit here and kid myself that I'm going to fix the color. But I got rid of the red eye, right? Okay? So there's a lot of ways to do that. And all the programs have nice automatic stuff. And probably some of y'all are sitting like, I could do that faster. That's fine. I'm just showing this to you.
Do you also use that same more or less technique? Let's say if you took that picture was taken in front of an open window, and you know how the window is like really, really bright and the people in front are really, really dark.
Ah, okay.
Can you like crop it like that?
Yeah.
In the window and then.
Yeah, exactly. So let's say you photograph some people standing. You have a photograph of people standing in front of a window, but the window has bright light coming in, but there's no flash or there's no lamp to light them up. So all you see is kind of shadow. Generally, yeah, this is the technique I would employ to see if I could pull that back. Usually when something's underexposed, there's only so much you can do to bring it back. But yeah, that exactly.
Because sometimes if you lighten up the people,
yeah,
it was like this neon, you know,
right.
Thing shooting at them.
Yeah. Now let's check out the color now. Okay, let's see if we can just help the color a little bit. Okay, again, we bring up that levels. Okay, remember what I was saying about I still got that selection going. Hold on. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so we bring the black and the white sliders to the edge of the mountain, right? Come on. Oh. And we do it with the green channel. We do it with the blue channel. You've seen this enough now where you're starting to see, yeah, I kind of see where he's coming from, you know? So before, after. It looks so much better on my screen, but believe me, I've fixed, I've what do you call, I've helped the color a whole lot, okay? Sometimes the color's so far gone, certain colors are gone, you actually have to put them in. Okay, so let's say, someone talk to me. What would you like to see?
Isn't the right side so much wider than the left side? Can't you do half a picture like it's light on one side or dark on one side?
Yeah.
Like the baby's too white and the guy's too dark.
Okay, there you go. Kind of dark it, because she's got all this white on, she's reflecting the flash. That's what that is. So she's really bright and he's kind of, he's okay. She's actually overexposed. Okay, there's a lot of ways to do that. Let's try that lasso technique that was kind of inferred in the last question. So let's select all this parts here. Okay, and then let's feather that, okay, to soften the edge. Let's try 5 pixels. Let's see what that does. Well, it's okay. So let's now go to that levels. And now since we fixed the levels overall, right, now you can localize your corrections. You can now fix levels in specific areas of the picture, just like we're about to do. And then I move what's called, let me get close. When you're dealing with midtones, skin tones, dark areas that aren't shadow areas and areas that are not white paper areas, you deal with what's called the midtones, and that's the gray or the middle slider. Now that's not in your handout. And I move that to the right.
See?
And as I move it to the right, let's go extreme, right? That's like, okay, Eric, could you get your foot off the pedal, please? You know? Yeah. But you want to keep her white, you know, because that shirt should be white. But she's a little darker. You know, it's a little too much for me, frankly. But I think that So before, after. But what's nice is we got his hand darker, right?
Yeah.
And we can see actually the veins in his hand and the details in his hand better, right? And that's interesting, isn't it? Here we have a photograph that's old, from it's over 30 years old, yet there's detail even in the old picture that we can bring out in Photoshop, right? Right? So y'all just burned out now, right?
Okay, what if you had a picture that was the kind of picture you wanted? It had everything in it you wanted, except somehow when you shot it, it came out blurry. Is there some way to tighten up a blurry picture?
Can't do blurry.
No.
Okay. Do you have a time machine? Okay. Well, I think they were selling one on eBay.
I missed out when you buy a tripod, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, really, once your picture and it's blurry, it's out of focus. You know, let's see. Let me show you here. If you look at this, they're a little soft as far as their focus goes. So let me go what's called filter sharpen, unsharp mask. So here is before, after, before, after. It gives you the illusion of sharpening. You can try it, but really all that the sharpening tool does is it builds up the contrast between the dark and the light pixels in an image. And it goes rip like that. As opposed to before they're balanced, now they're extreme, okay? So I've really made it extreme. Here I can go even more with radius. And I notice Better Homes and Gardens magazines are doing this kind of sharpening. That's for me, a retoucher. Imagine looking at magazines. I could tell that they sharpen this, you know. I do this for a living, so I should be able to tell. But I don't think that's a good thing to do at all. But when you're running something on a press, it's different. Yeah. Okay? Now, if you are going to experiment with sharpening, don't do that on your original scan. Do this on your working copy. You follow me? Okay?
What's that?
On your working copy. On your working copy. You should be doing this. We had a question in the back. Yes, sir.
I would like to recommend a program a little bit better than, it's not Photoshop. Photoshop's a great thing, but Photoshop you do one thing 50 different ways to do it. But Paint Shop Pro X2, which is actually 12, is a real nice program. It's $149. You can get it for $49, which I just did about a month ago at Best Buy. It's a very excellent program. It's got a little less learning curve in Photoshop, but it's a great program for correcting your photos. It's got one-touch programs in it. It can do things fast in Photoshop, one little thing, but you can't go as detailed as in Photoshop. I have Photoshop S2.
Okay. Yeah.
I use it too, but I use the other one too.
Let me say that what he just said is so helpful, because I did mention Paint Shop Pro in the beginning. I don't know if y'all caught it.
I couldn't remember. I had to open my.
You had to open it and check. You're like, Paint Shop Pro, it sounds familiar.
Because
Yeah.
I just got it 3 months. I had 9.
Well, you know what it's like? It's like the you know how you drive down right by your house. It's a street that you pass all the time by your house, but you don't know what it's called. You know, that's what this is. But Paint Shop Pro is so undervalued.
Right.
But is it for PC only?
It's PC only.
Okay.
Paint Shop Pro is PC only, not.
Everybody talks about Photoshop.
Yeah, but Paint Shop Pro, if you want the big Photoshop, but you don't want to pay the big money, nor do you want to deal with stealing something or borrowing something from someone, get Paint Shop Pro. And it works basically the same. Everything I did
It's got
on
the same
screen,
volumes
everything I did, he can do it now on Paint Shop Pro. And it's so cheap.
They got one.